So there is still a big mystery in 99 Nights in the Forest, and it could be that there's a fifth kid. Now, before we get straight into it, I asked you all to leave some theories on the previous theory video of 99 Nights, and you did, so I will be including some of your comments in today's video. You all have some of the best theories, but if you are looking forward to more 99 Nights in the Forest, don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe. So let's go ahead and jump straight into it. So there's been this big theory going around that there is possibly a fifth child in 99 Nights in the Forest. Now, there's a lot of theories and suspicions on why that is and how that could be. I mean, right now in 99 Nights in the Forest, we have 4 kids. We have Dino Kid, Squid Kid, Kraken Kid, and Koala Kid. Now, it is apparently believed that these kids are the ones that actually crashed from the plane, but it turns out that the mother was also on the plane and the mother died. And the mother is actually the deer. Now, this is a massive theory going around, is that the deer is the mother. So what do you think about that? Now, was there a possible fifth kid on the plane? Well, there's a lot of theories going around that there was, and there might be evidence in 99 Nights in the Forest to show it. I mean, even from pictures that people have talked about with the tents. Also, let's keep in mind that there's possibly more people on a plane. I mean, why would there just be 4 or 5 people on the plane? And some of the comments that you have really made me think about it in a different way too. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the points before we jump into the comments on it. And I will also share what I think about there being a fifth kid. Now, being that 99 Nights in the Forest has just one ending now, where the deer sort of reaches out, which shows that the deer has some type of feeling towards the kids, which is why I suspected that the deer is the mother. I do believe that the developers can possibly start adding more children to it, and in doing that, it would even increase the nights. Now, I do have a theory that being that the children are already on quote unquote this sort of like in the forest, and they have their own rooms and they're captured and the cultists are there, what if there was already a kid there before the plane crashed? Think about that. That could be that lost, hidden fifth child. Maybe this child is even a little bit older, as he's been there for quite a long time. And I mean, I won't say that all the cultists are possibly grown-up ones, but you get what I'm saying here. So again, there's so many theories on it. Like, okay, why are the kids actually done nice too? Like, if something bad was going to happen to the kids, why would they all have very nice rooms? Just really think about that theory on it too, on why I also think the deer may not be evil. Now, another theory is that the mother is possibly the fifth child. Think about that. I mean, if the cultists actually experimented and turned the deer, well, turn the person, whether that's the mother or the child, into a deer, I mean, that theory could still be there. So now again, only if one of the kids were already there, that could be the fifth one, or if the fifth child is actually like the deer, like the bigger one, or maybe the younger one, who knows? But we do know that the cultists do experiments, and who's to say that they didn't do some ritual to bring someone back alive? Maybe it was the fifth kid. So there's a lot of theories on it, but let's go ahead and jump into the comments and see what you all thought about it. Okay, this first comment was from Rachel Noki, and they say, my theory is the deer was actually a former kid, because in the forest there are science labs, so that's my theory. A plane crashed with 5 kids, and the adults didn't make it. Deer kid got lost and was captured, experimented on, and the deer tried to eliminate the scientists. So the remaining scientists made a cult to worship the deer. And that's why they come to our camp every now and again to make sure we don't harm the deer. What? Yo, that is an amazing theory. Next up, we have Jackson's Gaming 101, who says, no, the deer is the fifth kid. See, that's what I'm thinking. Lynn Moth says, a plane crashed with 5 kids and the cultist wants to take them and run experiments on them. And he turns into a deer and attacks the cultist and runs away, trying to hide the other 4 kids. He puts them in caves and beds and other stuff and attacks the player, thinking they're another cultist. So what if the deer doesn't even know that we're the ones actually trying to help, but they think that we're actually trying to hurt them? Very good angle on this theory. CC_Goku says, my theory is maybe the deer was kidnapped and brainwashed to kill anyone who goes in the forest. Bada Shy Plays 4606 says, my theory is, what if the deer is like only aggressive because you kill its pets? You know, like when the traders is telling you to kill a bunny for a bunny foot or a wolf for a wolf pelt. I think that's when it generally becomes aggressive. But like, hey, you're killing my people, and before you're killing animals, you're not supposed to do that. So maybe that's why the deer gets aggressive. You know, that's actually a really good theory, because think about it. Once the human, or let's say the cultist, turn this human into a deer, what if now that deer is connected to the animals in some sense? Like, hey, these are now my animal friends, and we're the one killing them for food all the time around the map. And then maybe this is what gets the deer aggressive. However, we do see the deer eating a bear, so I'm not too sure about that when I think about it. And Captain Catnap says, my theory, what if the scientists took a child to experiment on turning it into a deer? Because at the campfire, once you get all the kids, there's a gap and it looks like it could be another child. So when the deer was fully grown, it started to attack scientists. Some of the scientists became cultists, so they stayed alive. The deer could have captured the children to protect them. Look, that's also, again, a very good angle, because again, if that theory is that this deer is indeed, or was indeed, the 5th child, and let's say it got older, that would now make sense on why the deer is trying to protect the children from anyone who thinks it's going to hurt them. And the deer probably doesn't want, or the deer or the 5th child probably doesn't want anything like that to happen to the children, which is maybe why the deer is trying to keep them safe. So these are some very good theories, but I would love to know some theories that you have on 99 Nights in the Forest. Maybe I'll be covering them in a future video. So make sure to leave your best theories down below in the comments. But I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.